Today I want to talk to you about the laws of physics interacting with football. I'm Dan and I'm a sports scientist. So, Isaac Newton came up with 3 laws of motion. The first of which said that an object, our ball, will remain at rest until an external force, such as Martin's kick, will be applied. Once Martin's kicked the ball, it will continue to move until another external force is applied onto it. What force do you think that can be? So, now it's time for Newton's second law, which says that the acceleration of an object is dependent upon 2 variables, its mass and the force that's applied to it. So, we assume that the mass remains constant. Remember that mass and weight are not the same. Weight is mass and gravity combined. If Martin wants to pass the ball over a short distance, he applies a small force. However, if Martin were to want to clear the ball to the other end of the field, he would apply a very big force. Another example of Newton's second law is the player 10 keepy arms. Because as you can see, a player applies a force to the ball and it accelerates upwards. But then the ball begins to accelerate downwards. What force will be acting on it then? Newton's third law states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. That's to say, when Luke kicks the ball will actually kick him back. If you've ever kicked a ball yourself, you'll have felt a thud on your foot, and that's the ball kicking you back as well. Now, because the ball has such a much smaller mass than Luke, when he kicks it, the ball will have a greater acceleration than his leg will. These grey tiles here are force platforms, and in this instance we'll be able to show forces acting between Luke and his foot and the ground. So as he steps over the force platforms, we will see the reaction force of the ground. So, in summary, today we have learned that all objects have an inertia, which means that their movement will not change unless an external force acts upon them. We've also learned that acceleration is dependent on force and mass of an object. And this is often written as force equals mass times acceleration. And finally, we know that all objects, when they interact with each other, produce a force that is equal and opposite to each other. So, remember guys, physics is fun, and may the forces be with you.